So we have new leaked UFO images of motionless cube-shaped UFOs by the UAP task force. U.S. intelligence community knew about the mysterious object for 2 years, basically since 2018. And so what could this be? The leaked photos are supposedly showing unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, what we call UFOs, and it's likely that an FA-18 pilot captured the image while flying above the Atlantic in 2018. He took it with his cell phone. Now the thing is, obviously it was not a hot weather balloon or some kind of a balloon. These pilots are very well trained. They can identify if it's a balloon or some kind of a UFO, and that's why he took out his cell phone to take the image of it. It's said to come from 2018, a report issued by the government's UAP task force. It's the official unit that replaces the Pentagon's secret UFO program. It's an unclassified image and reportedly circulating among U.S. intelligence agencies shows what appears to be unidentified aerial phenomenon, the Pentagon's term for unidentified flying objects, UFOs. The object in the image was described by U.S. officials as silver and cube-shaped, according to a report from the debrief. The leaked photo dates back, as we said, to 2018, when it materialized. Okay, we're talking about interdimensional zip-zapping. It materialized in front of them in an intelligence report from the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, UAPTF, the Department of Defense official unit investigating UAP UFO sightings. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Now this is an image by the US Navy. It shows a UFO, USO, Arctic UFO emerging from the sea and zipping into the atmosphere. So this is another official US Navy UFO. Unbelievable. Okay, this is spherical, and they've also seen UFOs like this plunging into the ocean and going just as fast as they would be in the atmosphere. So obviously people have to find out what these things are, who's behind all this. Now the debrief's Tim McMillan, contributing to Popular Mechanics, learned of this image from the defense official who'd been verified as being in position to have access to these intelligence reports. And he says 3 other government officials confirmed with McMillan about this image coming from 2018 task force report. It's likely that a backseat weapon system operator on the FA-18F Super Hornet took the image, which McMillan calls inverted and bell-shaped, and describing that it had ridges or other protrusions along its lateral edges extending towards its base. And the possible object may be GPS drop zone or sensor or a parachute that provides info on the vertical profile of a storm, but as McMillan points out, the actual drop zone that does not appear in the photo, just the potential square cone parachute. There would be obviously, there'd have to be an aircraft above the object to drop it, and no such aircraft was visible in the image. So, is the object a research balloon? Probably not. 2 defense officials tell McMillan pilots who encountered the object described that, unlike a balloon under similar conditions, the object was completely motionless and seemingly unaffected by ambient air currents. It was just there, not being affected by the air currents, standing, or that is sitting, motionless in the sky. And also further details about this mysterious object in the photo continues in the July New York Times article. Harry Reid, former Nevada senator, who was instrumental in funding the government original UFO programs, he says he believes crashes of objects of unknown origin may have occurred and have retrieved materials should be studied. Reed said he came to the conclusion that there were actual materials that the government and the private sector had in their possession, according to reports. And in the same Times article, astrophysicist Eric Davids, who consulted with Pentagon's original UFO program, working now as defense contractor in aerospace corporation, said that after he examined certain materials, he concluded that, quote, "we could not make them ourselves," end quote. Davis briefed a DoD agency as recently as March about retrieving materials from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. The UAP task force will investigate matters like this, and the NDAA, which must be passed and signed before Congress adjourns, includes appropriations of fiscal year UAPTF to support its efforts to reveal any links that UAP have to adversarial foreign governments and the threat they pose to U.S. military assets and installations. Now, as for other UAP or UFO-related events, in April, the U.S. Army officially released 3 previously leaked videos taken by Navy pilots, and indeed they show that UAP UFOs. The service also said the footage should have never been released to the public in the first place. The Pentagon released the video in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that's been circulating was real or whether or not there was more to the videos. And they confirmed, of course, these videos were real. I'll leave links below for you for this on Popular Mechanics. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.